So basically, guys, what I'm going to do tonight is explain to you the way in which to do an organic lead strategy of how to get organic leads without spending any single money on ad spend, and how to utilize your current network, and also how to grow and expand your network to actually be able to benefit, benefit from bringing in new leads to a network. So guys, what I'm going to do is I want each and every one of you to get a piece of paper, and on your piece of paper, I want you to... What's that?
All right.
Bye.
Definitely yours.
Are you getting on the phone?
All right. So guys, what I want us to do is I want us to get a pen and paper, and I want us to understand this fact. So there's basically 4 major components to this organic lead strategy. It's around interaction, psychology. Then from psychology, you're focusing on engagement. And then from engagement, you're focusing on close. So the 4 main components: interaction, psychology, engagement, and close. So what you're going to do, guys, is we're going to understand, I'm going to break these 4 components down of the organic lead gen strategy, and then we're going to actually start to pick apart so you guys can understand how to do it, as opposed to, just doing it willy-nilly. So the first part is the interaction. So Facebook has an internal and external algorithm, meaning that Facebook has either a paid algorithm that you can pay to get new leads, or an internal algorithm, which is done through the people that are already a part of your following and friendship base. So at the moment, a lot of us would have on average between, say, 500, some of us 300, 3,000, some of us 2,000, minimum 1,500 friends in our network. And of those 1,500 friends, we probably know majority to 50% to 45% of those people. And then there's about 55 to 50% of people that we don't even have a clue how they've got there. They've added us, or we've met them at a pub, we've met them at a gym, we've met them somewhere, and they're just sort of left in the woodwork, and they drift off into the abyss. So guys, what I've been able to do is, it's called a Facebook reboot, and basically re-engages interaction with the people in which you want to be able to talk with. So I want you to think of this. Think of it like Facebook is your current marketplace. So it's a shop front. So you go to a market, and people are going around, and you've got your product set up on the store, and they're like, oh, yep, sweet. So they see your marketplace. And at the moment, your marketplace consists of pictures of you at the pub, pictures with the family, Christmas, Easter, the gym, not much. So your products don't look very appealing. A lot of people have this philosophy that Facebook is a social networking tool, but Facebook is developed as a marketplace. That's why Mark Zuckerberg is one of the top 10 richest men in the world. We're all paying him to use his marketplace. So what you need to do is, if you're wanting to have an online presence and an online business, you need to make your marketplace appealing. So the first thing you need to do is you need to understand the psychology of who are you interacting with? What are they seeing when they come to your marketplace? People don't want to go to a business page, because straight away when they see a business page, they believe they're going to get sold to. A personal page is personal. That's why it's called a personal page. So you need to start to create this persona of who you want to become. The easiest and fastest way to do that is obviously when you see your profile, you have your little blurb about yourself. That's like your calling card. That's just like, hey, I'll use Ben for example here. I'm Ben Lowry, military. Have that little blurb, underneath your picture, your profile picture. Make your profile picture look semi-professional. Have your profile picture there and sit there. And with your profile picture, you're going to actually sit there and have like, this is what I do. This is what I'm about. Da-da-da-da-da. So don't just post a photo like a willy-nilly photo if you're looking to do this through your personal page. So you have the Facebook photo of yourself, relatively professional. And guys, if you're one person on there that hasn't got a professional sort of outlook on your personal page, clean that shit up. I'm being serious about that. Like, get rid of the old photos when you're at the pub, passed out drunk and stuff like that. Clean it up, because this is going to be predominantly your marketplace. This is what's going to allow you to bring on new clients. The next thing you need to do is you need to expand your marketplace. So the way in which we do that is we go and look for people inside of our demographic and niche. So if I was looking at myself, I have 2 niches at the moment. One is personal clients for Optimize, and the other is personal clients for business coaching. So I sit there and say to myself, where do these people hang out? Well, my main demographic with Optimize is women aged between 25 to 45 looking to lose weight. Optimize is a very female appealing program. So where the fuck are they going to hang out? Where are they going to be converting and congregating with one another? Mothers groups, buy, swap, sell pages. They're going to be following their local, they'll be following Lorna Jane. They'll be following the local Lorna Jane store. They'll be liking Anytime Fitness. Let's say, for example, if I was in Cairns, Dingo, they probably followed your gym. So what I'd do is I'd go through and I'd look for these groups of people that I want to speak to. I then go and just add them. Remember, we've already cleaned up our profile. So I've already cleaned up our profile. Then what I'd start to do is go and add a ton of people that I've never met before, expanding my network and reach. By expanding my network and reach, I'm able to sit there and actually understand that there's more people that I can actually start to talk to. Because at the moment, we're getting the odd sympathy like. We're getting the whole, our mum, our auntie, our sister, our cousin, our partner, they're all giving us a thumbs up and a like and say, good work. That's not how you get monetized business. So what we need to do is we need to expand the people that are in our network. So I just go and add a ton of people. So I'll give you the process in which I've done over the last few weeks. So I recently wanted to get back into business coaching. So I redid my entire program. So I basically went on my Facebook. I put a photo of myself talking about business, talking about mindset, talking about the success of my current business, Limitless Success. I then redid the blurb about me, saying business and performance mindset coach, boom, 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 boom. Then what I did was I realized that I'd been an NLP, which is like obviously the psychology component where all the coaches goes to learn more psychology. So I went back to the group that I'd done NLP with, which has over 500 coaches. And then I just went to town and added every single one of them. I put about nearly, in the last week and a half, I've added about 600 people in my friends, like to random people I've never met. Then what I did over the last 2-3 weeks is I started posting content after content after content after content around mindset, business, 6 figures, 7 figures. And I started to subliminally seed people. Then what I did, guys, from there is I went and just liked all these random people. So after they add me, after they accept my friend request, I then just go and like them. I then go and give them a love heart emoji. I then go and give them a flame. And then they're like, who the hell is this guy? He's all over my page. So what I've done is I've added them, then I've interacted with them, and then they're like, oh, this guy's really nice. I'll like him back. Then when they like me back, I go, hey, great to connect. Thanks for the love. Then they go, oh, great to connect with you too. Where have we met? Oh, well, I believe we may have done NLP together. Looks like you're going amazing. Just be really nice. I'm not asking to sell them anything. Just interact, interact, interact. Looks like you're doing really amazing. Then what I do is I leave it. I can't wait to see what's going on in your life. Looks like it's going to be a great friendship. Thanks for accepting the friend request. Then I just leave it. Then what I just keep doing, because now what I've done is I've became friends with them. I've interacted with them. And now I'm using psychology to get them intrigued in what I do. I go through what Facebook does with an algorithm is it groups people together. So when, let's say, for example, I'll use Dingo, Nick, and Ryan. These 3 guys are all a part of the same group chat. They're all a part of the same team, and they're all a part of the same, I guess, friendship circle. So when we comment in the Adelaide group, and when we like each other's photos, and when we comment each other's stuff, that's all we see in our algorithm, isn't it? They're the only people that you guys see. Me, Nick, Ryan, Ben. We don't see anyone else, so it's just us. So what you need to do, guys, here, and this is the goal. Once you add all these people, they're not going to actually be in your preference list. They're going to be at the bottom because Facebook doesn't know you guys really know each other. You've added them, you've liked their stuff, and then all of a sudden you've got all these group chats with all your mates. You're interacting with them, so that's actually your priority list. Whoever's in your group chat is your priority list. So what you need to do is you need to minimize the amount of talk you're doing with your group chats if you're looking to really jam business for a few days. Minimize the content that you're putting in there. Minimize the amount of people that you like. So, guys, if you're on this call, we know we love each other. We're all mates here, but we don't need to like each other's stuff all the time. We're trying to run a business, like we don't need to give each other a thumbs up and a love heart because that's just wasting time. So let's be honest here. We need to go and actually go deep. So this is the goal here. You want to scroll minimum 40. It used to be 30, but I've been finding out as the algorithm's gone on, 40 flicks of your phone. So let's say, for example, you're on Facebook, you want to scroll up 40 times to 60 times. This goes deep into your process. So imagine your Facebook algorithm. You've got your top 10 friends list, and you've got your top 20, your top 30, 40, 50. Yeah, Ryan, hit me. Go.
When I was doing that, when I was scrolling, like it just ends up like a week ago. Like same people, but just like what they were posting a week ago.
Like it. Give it a like.
Okay.
Give it a like. So what you want to do, that means how long ago Facebook. So what happens is, that's a good question. So what it does is Facebook prefers people that know one another, that actually want to respond with one another. So have you noticed how when you comment on stuff recently, it never says such and such like this post. But if Ryan goes on to, let's say, for example, Nick's post from 1 week ago and likes it, it'll go, oh, hey, then Ben and I will both see Ryan Bennett has commented on Nick Karachi's post. Facebook then groups you together. Now you've got Nick, Ben, and me all interested in what the hell you're doing. Then we then become priority as a part of you. So Facebook likes to group people together based upon similar interests. So when we've all got similar and shared interests, by liking the same post, Facebook goes, oh, hey, Ryan knows Nick, but he also knows Ben, and he also knows James, and he also knows Stefan. We better put Ryan's like or Ryan's comment on Nick's post in front of these guys so they're kept in the loop. You know what I mean? Yeah. So Facebook wants to group people together. So once you start to go 40 to 50 deep and even 60 deep, you'll find that there'll be people that will share mutual friendships. So let's say, for example, you're looking to target, say, single mums, and you've just went and added like 100 single mums from this single mums page that are all looking to lose weight. You'll find that once you go 40 to 60 deep and you start liking and commenting on all them, Facebook will group them together because they're all on the same page. So they all might like Single Mums Melbourne. They all may have come from that group. So Facebook sits them in a cluster inside of your algorithm. There might be 100 or 200 people that you've added, and then Facebook will sit them there like it's their first day at school, like they're a new class. So what you need to do is you need to like, comment. And then what will happen is it'll say Ryan Bennett commented on Jess Anderson's, who's also friends with Alex Anderson, and she's like there, but they've all been come out of the mothers group. Then Jess will have the like and comment. Then Alex will see that you've liked that. Then she'll start to interact. Then they'll start to slowly come up. Does that make sense, guys? Because they're friends or they've got mutual interests, which they now become a mutual interest, which is you. So then what you do is you slowly move them up your algorithm. So the psychology behind this is once you identify the group that you want to talk to, you start to post relating to that group. So what I did in terms of the business testimonials is I grouped all the NLP people together. Facebook then isolated them into an algorithm. Then what happened is I sat there, and then after I liked and commented on every single person's post and added them as a friend and got them all on board, what happened is everyone started to see that James Wellington has reacted here. James Wellington has liked this. James Wellington has commented here. Then all the other people started to see and comment. Then they naturally progressed across because it's, say, for example, it might be like Ben Lowry has now commented on James's post, and then all of a sudden all Ben's friends that are also friends with me, which have all come from the same group, are now coming back and commenting on my post. So then they want to know what's going on. So I'm giving value around this interest that Ben and 5 of his mates shared. This is how I was able to go from having like probably 40 to 50 likes, and they were always people that I've worked with, people that I know, to literally I had likes, over 80 likes and 120 comments on my post around the blueprint with only 10 people that I'd actually ever met before. So if you go to the blueprint post, you'll see they're all people that none of you would ever met, but they're all people very much specific to where I wanted to get them from. You see, what this does is it reboots the algorithm. So interaction in their post. So there's friendship, interaction in their post, interaction in your post. Then once it goes, you got to go get friendship, interact in theirs. So you might have to like and comment on 3 or 4 of their posts. Do it regularly, constantly, every single day. Then Facebook will start to prioritize them up your newsfeed. Then when they like and comment you prioritize up their newsfeed, prioritize up their newsfeed. Then once you've got the ad, the interaction with them, interaction with yourself, then it's time to message. Then you just go, hey, thanks so much for the love. Where have we met before? Or have we met before? Something very generic. That then puts them in your messenger chat. When they're in your messenger, they are in priority seating. They're not going anywhere. Like they sit there until your messenger chat gets flooded with other people. Once they become a messenger, they become a part of your favorites list. So, yeah, Louser, hit me.
Yeah, hey, man. Yeah, so this is really good. Just on a basic note, does this work with business pages as well? So we're doing the normal, like, your normal Facebook page, which is your your personal page. Because your Facebook links with your business page, is that similar or not really?
Business pages are created so that people have to put money behind them. That's the thing that Facebook uses. So personal pages actually give you better traction. They actually allow you to be more relatable to people. And the other thing too, I said at the start of this, I don't want people using business pages, because when someone sees Dingo Fitness business page, their philosophy and psychology is like, oh, well, this guy's not going to just talk to me about my day. He's got business. He wants to make money. So you're going to get this resistance straight away. By being, as coaches, which we all are on here, as people that are running a coaching business, it's the only industry, not the only industry, but it's the most important industry to understand that people want personal one-to-one connection. They don't want a business page talking to them. They want the coach to be down on their hands and knees, sitting beside them saying, hey, let me help you. Let me walk beside you. Because if you're a business page, they're like, oh, they want my custom, so they're naturally resistant. Like, it doesn't work. The reason why I know this strategy works, and for the guys that have worked with me at Winning, was if you look at Winning International's page, Dingo, you nearly got done by this, but I saved you. hey, it's Ryan here. Because if he said, hey, it's Winning International here, you'd be like, oh, that's a business. But it was like, hey, it's Ryan here. It's called a messenger bot. But we're doing organic messenger bots because we're not big enough to be able to warrant having to pay for messenger bots. This is something you can do, but we're organic messenger botting. So what this does is, like, you're like, oh, Ryan, he's representing Winning International. Fuck yeah, that's sick. But he messages you through the personal page. It's the same psychology behind it. So what we're doing is we're getting you to reach out through a personal page. So it gives you that personal one-to-one connection. And that way, when you're a client, you're like, oh, this dude actually really wants to work with me. I can't believe that X, Y, Z, or I can't believe that he's reaching out to me. Because if you just reach out as a business page, they don't know who they're talking to. So it's important to have that. It's important to have that philosophy and approach as a coach, whether you're a business coach, a mindset coach, a personal trainer, whatever type of coach you are. People want to work with a coach, not with a business. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
So,
wait, James.
Yep.
So when you're like in a group, like in a common group, and like you start adding people, you can only add people from your state, yeah?
No.
Like you can't really?
No.
Because I've been in like a lot of men's groups, like you suggested, and then like it's like friends or people in this group that you have common interests with, and then people in Sydney. But there's no like, here's everyone in the group.
Depends on what sort of group it is. So you can add yourself into random groups. You can go and find random groups. The other easiest way to really start to ramp this up, and what I did, is once you start to find a niche of people, Facebook naturally suggests and go, you know, that little function that people you may know?
Yeah.
Facebook gives you tons of those people. Facebook actually encourages you to become friends with those people. So yeah, once you say add 20, 30, 40 or 50 of these people that share a common interest, then you just start to go through and go bang, 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 bang. The easiest for yourself, what I do, the easiest way to find the people to work with and actually add is I'd get on your phone and I'd go local gyms near me. I'd be like looking for people that literally follow Anytime Fitness in Sydney. You know what I mean? You know they're already interested in a gym. You know they're already training. You know they're already tagging themselves. So just go and add them. Like literally just add. For those of you that are actually personal training at the moment, Dingo, for you, I'd be going Fitness First Cairns, or are you at Fitness First, Genesis Cairns? Yeah, I'd literally be going on Genesis Cairns' page, and you've probably got maybe 10,000 people that follow or like the Genesis page in Cairns. So just like and literally add every single one of them, because truth be known, a lot of them are sitting there and they're probably like, oh, I've seen that guy at the gym, so they're more likely to accept you. Oh, he's one of the trainers there, so they just accept you. But then what we've done is we then tap into the psychology. Once they become a part of your friends network and they accept the friend request, that's when you have to promote value. Like know your audience of what you're added. So I even set a target of the people that I want to add. And then what I do from once I add them is I go, all right, value, and just over deliver on the value that audience needs at that given moment in time. So be specific, Benno. So you could go on like, I don't know, let's say, for example, Callum Von Moga on Facebook. You could look him up, look at all the people that follow his page and just go and add all them, because you know they want to get fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like, be specific. Who's guys that you follow? And instead of them looking at the big guy, you can be the in-betweener and show, hey, this is what I do, like X, Y, Z. Hey, do you want to know the secrets behind? And then you could literally, this is how specific you can get with this, bro. You could go follow, let's say, Jay Cutler, and you could literally go and add all of Jay Cutler's like friends list, and then write a post up. Want to learn the 6 secrets of Jay Cutler, how to get shredded like Jay, bro? You've got a whole audience that follows Jay Cutler's page. Then you've got you talking about how to get shredded like Jay. So they're not looking at Jay's page because you've been interacting with them. And then all of a sudden their psychology is like, oh, where have I met this guy from? I don't know, but he's talking about how to get shredded like Jay, and he actually likes and interacts with me because he's a little guy. Maybe he can show me. Then they look at your stuff. See how different that is?
Yeah, it's a good idea. So then that, like, how to get shredded like Jay, would you do it like in a post, or like hit me up for a repeat? Like
live videos, like stuff where you're really giving massive value around the audience that you've just identified.
Yeah.
It's that simple, because
what you can like create like a PDF or something, and then at the end be like, if you want a PDF,
just do like a live, like show testimonials of how you went from small to huge, how you went from this to that. Show what you've been able to do, because at the moment they're looking at Jay Cutler and they're idolizing him, how big he is, but they don't know the in-between, the process. So what we're doing is we're jumping from the product to show the process. So by actually, instead of Jay's the product or the ripped body's the product, you're now showing the process it takes to get there. This can be done for any coaching industry. If you're looking to be a relationship coach for coaches, you can just literally go on being like, all right, sweet, let's focus on where are people struggling? Single relationship groups. You could go on people that follow eHarmony. You could go on people that follow Tinder, plenty of, I don't know, all these different ones that are out there. You could go and follow all those dating pages, and you literally could just go like, follow, bang, 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 add friend. All of a sudden, you've just got a whole audience of people needing relationship coaching. If you're a spiritual coach, you can go into a group that's about spirituality. Like I'm in multiple ones, one called the 1111 movement. It's all about numerology. You could go and add a ton of those people in there, and they'll see James Wellington, mutual friends, member of 1111 movement has added you as a friend. They're just going to be like, bang, that's amazing. You've already got rapport. They're already connected to you. They already know you. They already like you. Oh, we have similar interests. He's into spirituality. I'm into spirituality. Then all of a sudden they're watching me and actually understanding what I'm doing. See where I'm going with this, guys? Because at the moment, with paid marketing, you're targeting an audience with an interest that you won't even talk about, so they have no clue what the hell's going on. So you're just trying to pay for yourself to be seen at the front of their screen. Does that make sense, guys? Nick, you had a question. What is it? Nick? Where's Nick?
I think it was much, I was going to ask the same thing. Like, I don't know if Nick, this was yours, but instead of like, what do you rate like a live versus like a pre-recorded, little bit edited, just like with words on the screen?
So a live allows people to have interaction. The pre-edited words actually get lost. And also once you've been interacting with people, when you upload a video, it doesn't actually come up on their newsfeed as a notification to say Ryan Bennett has uploaded a new image or a new video, but a live actually dictates and says to that person, Ryan Bennett has done live. So then all of a sudden, they're going to take the time. Does that make sense? Because
that was my question. Thanks, guys.
If you're doing a video, because you've got to remember, you're going to add these people, then you're going to interact with them left, right, and center. Like, comment, interact, be friendly, be nice, be kind, be over the top, like in their face. Then they're going to see your stuff. Then what's going to happen is Facebook will then prioritize you. So Facebook will know that you're now a fan of that person and they're a fan of you. You guys are friends. Facebook wants you to actually interact because Facebook makes more money when more people are online. So the more you're online interacting with your friends, Facebook wins. So think of it that way. Like they want you to be physically liking, commenting, doing that, sharing similar interests because you're more likely to buy. So what we're doing is we're creating a friendship that wasn't there before but is now starting. And then Facebook's like, oh yeah, Ryan and Nick are really liking each other. Let's keep throwing them in each other's face. Every time Nick likes a new page, you'll see Nick Karachi has liked this page. So Ryan will see that. Every time Nick likes a comment or makes a comment on someone's post that Ryan's friends with, you'll see that. So when you go live, that way he'll just go, boom, I'm on. Yep, hear me, Dingo.
Yeah, man, very good. So when we're talking about the Facebook one, we get the hang of it. Myself and Taylor are looking and asking, Is this similar process on Instagram as well? We're looking at the same concepts, do you feel?
So that's a good question. So basically at the moment, Facebook is around a journey and a story. Instagram is more of a social high five and go. So basically Facebook has basically around about 0.8 of a second to engage the audience. Instagram has about 0.4 of a second. So Instagram is really colorful, beautiful, amazing photos. Whereas Facebook, they're actually looking for a process and a journey. So Facebook, the person's more inclined to sit there, have a read, understand the story. Nobody clicks on a photo on Instagram, just so we all know. Nobody sits there and engages with a photo. They look at the photo, it's either going to be someone attractive, it's going to be an awesome holiday, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Then that's when they look in your post. Facebook works a lot better for this. You can do the same on Instagram, but you get more traction on Facebook. Because if you think about it, if you guys go on Instagram, your psychology is to go and look at photos of things that you wish you had or wanted to do. You know what I mean? Nobody sits there and actually clicks on the post and reads everything. Like, that's why a lot of the time with my marketing on Instagram, I'll just literally maybe just do a really short caption, whereas on Facebook, it's a big caption about a journey. People actually take the time to read because Instagram is actually tiled, so you actually have images and it's very reflective of images. So it's image, 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 image. Whereas Facebook is image, content, video, image, context, video. You know what I mean? So that's how Facebook's structured. That's why you never go on Facebook and you see photo, 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 photo. It's always mixed up. There's always little things. So I want you to slow down because whilst you're slowing down, Facebook has the little peripherals on the side where people have paid for their ads. Instagram doesn't do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Have you noticed how you take a lot more time to scroll on Facebook than on Insta? It's like boom, double tap, boom. Like that's how I do it at least. I'm pretty sure everyone on here is the same. So you want your Instagram to be representative of your social proof and actually show that you're doing what you're speaking. So a lot of testimonials, things like that, visuals. But on your Facebook, you want to share the journey and the process. So massive amounts of testimonials on Insta, massive amounts of lifestyle, massive amounts of whatever you want it to be. But Facebook's where you promote your journey and your call to action.
Yeah.
The other thing with Insta is that people are less likely, unless you've got tens of thousands of followers, they're less likely to want to purchase from someone because they look for the social proof on Insta as opposed to Facebook. Yeah. We've noticed that. Like, Nick, you know this. You've probably got the most followers at the moment. Soon to be me, but that's all good. Nick's got the most followers at the moment. But everyone's on there like looking at 38,000 followers with Nick, but then you've got like Von Moga's got 1 million. Then you got bloody like all these other dudes that are just getting like millions and millions of followers. So they're just looking for that answer. Whereas Facebook, you can actually get rid of the white noise and actually have a conversation with the person and they're looking for the answer that they've been watching on Instagram. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Have you noticed a big difference since your Insta started growing? Like, have you noticed a big difference because that's social proof?
Well, for me, basically what happens now is like, because I've got about 12,000 followers now on Insta. What'll happen now is that I get speaking gigs from Insta. So people just want that because they want influencer, or I get like endorsements and I get like, I don't know, like free stuff. Like I got like a holiday the other day to go and speak at this event up in the Whitsundays and things like that. But that's all I get from Insta. I don't get much sales like stuff because I'm posting very specifically around this is what I do. Insta's like my personal page. Facebook's like my business page. That's probably the easiest way to explain it. I celebrate on Insta the things that I've been able to achieve in my personal life due to what I've been doing on my Facebook. So I don't promote as such all the sort of things on like all the things that I do on Facebook that I do on Insta. So Insta, I'm very much just like, this is what I do, testimonials, holidays, da 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 da, and that's what people want to see. Whereas Facebook, it's like I'm very specific on the people that I've added. Does that make sense? Thanks, Benno.
Oh, I had it covered, bro.
So,
I think Nick had a question.
Yeah, hit me, Nicholas. Let's go.
Yeah, I have another question. So, you know how you go on those Facebook groups and you add lots of people?
Yeah.
Do you have to monitor who you're adding, or do you just, and when you're scrolling down, do you know, and are you liking specific people's posts and commenting on specific people, or are you just liking commenting on people's stuff that you don't know who they are? So obviously you just randomly add them.
Facebook knows where they've come from. So Facebook will group everybody that's come from that group. And once you start to get a bit of a rhythm on, it'll be like, oh, maybe, so let's use NLP, for example. Facebook's so smart. It's what we don't understand. Like, it's a smart, very smart technology. Facebook will see that, I've started to get a roll on liking and commenting on all the people from NLP, and they've all been liking and commenting. And then it groups their algorithm with my algorithm. It connects the two algorithms, and all of a sudden, all the people that are interacting inside NLP are now interacting with me. Then it merges the two together.
And you'll just see more of them because of that.
I'll see more.
And you won't know who they are because you don't know them, but then you interact with them because you don't know who they are.
Yeah. And then what happens is people interact because they see the person that they know interact with me, and they're like, oh, this James guy's all right. So they interact with me as well.
Yeah. Sick. That's awesome. Because I was wondering, like, I added like 400 people the other day. I'm thinking, do I need a list of these people so I know that I can have to talk to them? I was like, no, okay.
Because you'll have multiple mutual friends. And then what happens, which gets even cooler, is that Facebook will then promote to the people that are mutual friends of your mutual friends, and it'll start to grow organically. Because Facebook then will be like, all right, here's a suggestion for people that you've added. So I might add 100 people from NLP, and then 100 people that I haven't added from another NLP company, but are friends with the 100 people that I've added, will then get suggested to add me, because all of a sudden I have now 150 mutual friends. So then all of a sudden I have people coming into my network.
Yeah, that's good because it's easier too. You just talk to people you don't know.
You just talk to people you don't know, and people have this massive stigma and belief in their head that they need to have their personal and their business pages separate. But why would someone want to go and get a message from Nick Karachi Fitness? Like, who am I talking to? Is it your VA in Thailand, or is it Nick Karachi? Is it a salesperson? Is this actually the Nick Karachi? You know what I mean? Like, they don't want to know that. They don't. You're a coach, man. They don't want to know your business page has reached out to them. They want to know Nick Karachi's there talking to the client because they're paying for Nick Karachi.
Yeah. I think you already answered this. I'm going to ask it anyway, just because to be precise. But when you scroll on Facebook, you can do two things. You can look at, like, I don't know what the other one's called, but it's just the normal feed. If you click home, that's your normal feed. You can also click most recent. We're doing the normal feed. Yeah. Top stories. Yeah. Thanks, Benno. Top stories or recent posts?
I don't do any of that. You just literally scroll down, because the top stories are going to be the ones that are most relevant to you currently. So the top stories are going to be grouped already by Facebook. You want an algorithm. You don't want that, because Facebook's going to do your top stories based upon
algorithm
who inside of your mutual friends is trending, but they're probably not the ones you want. Because if you're a personal trainer and you hang out with trainers all the time and they get lots of likes, you don't want to go to the most recent story, because then you're just going to celebrate the stuff you already seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because when I was doing it, because you told me this the other day, I was doing the top post, and when I scrolled down far enough, of course, I saw people that I didn't usually interact with. But when I clicked most recent, there were so many random people in there, because they're not. It's just literally the most recent post, like 1 minute ago, 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago.
You got to think too, the thing that you want as well is, like, people are like, we have this massive belief system. Oh, I don't want to post from like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Why? That means they're going to get a random notification that no one else has liked for like 3 weeks. And all of a sudden, Nick Karachi's liked my post. They're going to be more inclined to go and look, who the hell's Nick Karachi and why is he stalking me? Oh, Nick's a coach. You know what I mean? As opposed
Sounds better.
That's way better. As opposed to most recent, where they get an algorithm boost and then they get 40 people liking the same post, and you just become another number. Because nobody really sits there and goes, oh, that's
awesome.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes total sense. The top post is way better than whatever Benno called it.
Yeah. So you want to keep scrolling deep. You don't want to go like for most recent. You want to really just scroll deep and make sure that you find the people that you want to speak to. So this is the simple way to do it. Just the easiest way to recap what I'm talking about. It is add people, interact, like through liking and commenting on all their stuff, just being their biggest fan, allow them to interact back with you. Then just a simple message of, hey, great to connect. How are you going? Once you do that, then they just start to be like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. The other thing I tell the guys is you don't want to try to sleep with someone on the first date. So you're not going to basically just add them and then be like, here, let me sell you something. Like, just let them sit there and watch what you do. Let them sit there and just see how you do it. The next thing you need to do is you need to be giving massive value in your posts. So what's the things that you know your current audience that you've just created? So just quickly, I'll recap. The metaphor that I use is, think of it like a cinema, and there've been the same people sitting in the cinema for the last 6 to 12 months watching the same movie on repeat, which is your life. Think of yourself as ushering all the people out of the cinema, and now all of a sudden you've got an entire new audience, and you need to give them a new presentation, or you need to give them a presentation that's going to engage them. So what can you do that can attract that current audience of people? Who are you currently talking to? What can you do to interact with them? What are you going to give value on? Is it going to be nutrition? Is it going to be mindset? Is it going to be business? Is it going to be health? Like what are you going to give value on to these group of people that you've just become recently friends with? Give them massive amounts of value so then they can see it. And then what you do is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a value. Then what you also should do is content, post, videos. So you should be splitting up from like content post, video post, and lives. And then also Thursday, Friday should be calls to action so you can book out the following week. So a call to action is things like, hey, if you love the free value I was giving you around nutrition, or hey, have you been able to see, thanks so much for all the love, guys. I thought I'd be giving back. Here's time for me to give you a free meal plan. Type meal plan in the comments and I'll send it out to you. Does that make sense, guys? So what I did the other day was the biggest thing that's stopping people from breaking through with mindset, the biggest thing that's holding people back. Did all these big things and gave like a 30, 40-minute live. And then on Thursday, I go, hey, are you struggling with business mindset and closing sales? All the things that I'd spoken about with my content and I said people were struggling with, then all of a sudden they realized I was struggling with, I gave a solution for. Business blueprint for mindset around psychology of sales and marketing. Next minute, everybody that had been engaging for the first 3 days, because I've been interacting and talking to them and they've been talking to me, all of a sudden on the 4th and 5th day, they all wanted it. Does that make sense? Is this all making sense, guys?
Yeah. Do you like plan your weeks out in advance? Like on Sunday, you're like, oh yeah, this week's going to be.
So I decide what the audience in which I've been engaging with and what audience they need. So I identify to myself, who am I going after this week? And I have a list of people that I've been liking and commenting on all their stuff, and they've been liking and commenting on mine. Like they like and comment on my stuff, and there's this, hang on, that person's like pretty interested in me. So then I just start to make sure that I always like and comment on their stuff. And then it's maybe like I might warm someone for a week or two, and then on the second week I then engage. I go, hey, what's going on? Would you like to chat? By doing that, like you got to think, guys, like minimum, a lot of us are going to be going for minimum 2.5 to 3K sales. Like we're doing high ticket sales. So is a week's worth of back and forth messaging or 2 weeks worth really going to take that much out of your day? You know what I mean? Or if you're getting them onto a supplement plan, if you're getting onto the Herbalife, you're getting onto Isogenics, if you're getting onto bloody any product, it doesn't matter. Like this is where network marketing really falls apart for the people that do network marketing but also do coaching. Like they do this philosophy where they jump all over the person and the person's just like, piss off. Like I haven't even got to know you. Let them sit and watch your life movie for a couple of weeks and then engage with them. That's the psychology behind it. Like I said to Nick and I said to Benno and I said to Alex, don't try to fuck the girl on the first date. Don't just buy her a drink and say, all right, let's go home. It's not going to happen. Like ladies on here that know that, like if a guy tried that on you, like get away from me. You don't even know me. Like get away. You bought me one drink. That's the same philosophy as when you've added someone and all of a sudden you're like, oh, like, yeah, hey, how you going? And asking all these questions. And they're like, what the hell? So just give them massive amounts of value. You want to give so much value that by the time they're ready to engage, they're begging you for a phone call. That's what happens with the people that I work with because they're just like, fuck, like this guy knows his shit. He's a master in this. We can see that. He's prioritized. You got people. So that's a really simple process, guys. And what we'll do from after this is the marketing side. The next thing we can do, I can teach you the organic reach out. So as you noticed, I've said it's just a simple reach out first. Just get to know them. Put them, why you reach out and say great to connect is so they get prioritized into your messenger chat. That's why it's important once you've liked their stuff and they've liked your stuff, minimum 1 to 2 times, it's important to then reach out and say, hey, great to connect. That then pushes them and prioritizes them. Because if you don't put them in your messenger chat, they fall down the list again. So get them up in your messenger chat. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah. Wait, can we do like a live troubleshooting? So, because I know you can add people from groups, but actual likes, like literally Callum Von Moger's Facebook page, can you actually add people?
Go and look at the likes on his comment. Go and look at the likes on one of his posts.
Yeah. I was thinking that might be the way.
Look at the person that. So you put a post up and might get 10,000 likes, or people might like it. Go and look at all those people and see if they fit your demographic. It might take a little bit of time, but once you get a rhythm, you'll see the best. There's private groups there as well, which you can actually go into. As I said, like go into
the private groups. Yeah.
And then just go friend, add. Like just do it, man. Like I know it's going to sound a bit tedious, but would you not rather spend no money, or would you rather spend thousands of dollars on marketing?
Yeah. No, I've done the groups. I just haven't done the. Yeah, I was wondering like actual pages, like Anytime Fitness, Borkham Hills. You can't actually see who's liked it, but yeah, like
You can see their posts, who's liked their posts.
posts.
Yeah.
With like Callum Von Moger, for example, though, like I'm gonna get people all over the world.
So that's why you niche it down. Niche it down to somewhere. He was just an example. He was an example for you.
Yeah. Okay.
And niche it down towards something that you know specifically that you would see people that would fit your niche to the T.
Yeah.
So it might be I'll troubleshoot so everyone can understand where your mind can go with this. Benno works as a hypertrophy coach. His number one audience is men between, I'd say, 18 years of age to 30 years of age. That's probably his demographic, maybe even a little bit lower. He helps them to put on muscle and muscle mass, so hypertrophy. Doesn't want to be working with women. He shows men how they can get massive. That's his thing. His business is called FKN Massive, so fucking massive. So if I was to be in Benno's shoes right now, I would literally go and find a supplement store nearby where people have been buying bulk supplements, or I'd even go and find one of those, I guess, heavy lifting gyms, or I'd be going and looking for, let's say, for example, Rider Wear, Etched, stuff like that that's local to you. Say, hey, Sydney Siders, or hey, XYZ. And then I'd be looking for all the lads that you know that would be in your demographic that are local to Sydney. Then I'd be posting stuff showing what you're doing in Sydney, showing how you actually train and live in Sydney. And then I'd be posting like, this is a new gym that I've been training at. I've been training here for XYZ. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's good.
Has Facebook stopped sharing the post updates to stories feature? I've suddenly been able to do this lately. Hope that makes sense. Sharing post updates to stories feature. So what it'll do is Facebook will keep swapping and changing the update to stories. So it won't, if you update your story, it won't do that unless they're a priority member of your, like, so you've got a top 20. So for that question, Courtney, only if that person is in your top 20 list, meaning they're the most interactive with you, like they're one of your fans, will they see a post update. They used to do it for everybody, but they're now trying to prioritize the people that you're watching in your audience. So it'll only be a top 10. So it might be top 20 actually. So it'll be the top 20 people you interact with the most. You'll see their post updates. Outside of that, you won't see it. They'll fall inside the algorithm. So that's why it's important to pick your top 20 people to interact with each and every week. If you want them to see your post updates, you need to be interacting with them, liking, commenting, interacting with their posts. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, that makes sense. But what I meant more specifically was when I write a post, and then I go share, and you know how then you'd have like share to story as well.
Yep.
That feature's gone for me, and I'm just like curious. It's only happened in the last couple of days. I'm curious if it's happened like for everybody on Facebook.
So it won't. If it's like a live video, sometimes it stops sharing the story. If it's a content post, it should still be doing it. It might be the update on your phone. Mine did that the other day. You may need to update the Facebook app. They sometimes shut off different features, but mine's been working the same. So if I do like a content post, I can share the story. And if I was doing just like a normal video, I would share the story. It stops allowing me to share live sometimes though.
Okay, I thought I'd just ask to find out if it's a technical thing on my end or if it's actually something Facebook's done. So I'll look into that more. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all good. So this is something that will help everyone with those sorts of things. You can actually reach out through there's a technical support site on Facebook as well, which you can actually go into. I think if you just type in www.facebook/support, and I think it takes you to a landing page which actually allows you to ask these sorts of questions. And they've got like 24/7 people on there as well that help with all that sort of stuff.
Amazing. Thank you.
No worries. So guys, have we got any more questions? If not, I hope that helped to give everyone a bit of clarity around like what we should be doing. To post with intent. That's the number one thing I'll recommend. Post with intent behind why you're doing something. So don't just post willy-nilly, but post for the sake of actually wanting to give somebody an explanation or reason. Does that make sense? Everyone feeling good?
Yeah, brother.
So I've recorded this. So if you want to rewatch and go back through a few things, but just to recap before we finish, remember you want to add the person, like and interact and comment on theirs, get them to like and interact and comment on yours. And then once they've liked and commented and interacted with you, you then go, hey, great to connect. Very simple generic message. Awesome to see you have done X, Y, Z. Just give them a little bit of like love on the fact that they went to an event, done this or that. Go do that. And then once you've done that, just keep giving value around what that person and group of people have interacted to see. So, all right, guys, that's it. Post with intent. Look at the psychology behind your audience. Let's smash it out. We're going to have a massive week, guys. This is an easy algorithm to do. All right. Talk to you all soon. Thanks so much for jumping on.